Well, ladies and gentlemen, this matchup is scheduled for 3 rounds in the amateur women's strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding an amateur record of 2 wins for 2 defeats. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 52.1 kilograms. Fighting out of Gamebred Academy, ladies and gentlemen, presenting Zara, the barefoot assassin, Riley. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a striker holding an even record of 1 win for 1 defeat. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 51.9 kilograms. Fighting out of Eagle MMA by way of Barcelona, Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Andrea Lanon. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, once again, Claire Fryer.
And with that, we head into the 3rd fight of Proving Ground 7. Great to see some ladies on the card representing the strawweight division. And we are underway as they touch them up.
Both girls look really happy to be here. Both happy to quickly get things going in the center of the cage as Andrea's pumping those jabs out, following up with the right hand. There's a good right hand through the middle, but Zara's showing some really good composure with that jab as well.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the approach will be here, because it does look like Zara's interested in trading, but you'd have to think it's pretty obvious early that Andrea kind of has the edge with the hands. She is eating some shots, but the strikes are just a bit cleaner on her end.
Zara's showing some good head movement off those punches as well. But I think Andrea's showing a bit more willingness to step inside and sit down on those shots a little bit more than Zara is.
I definitely think the head movement's good, but sometimes you need to throw something back, otherwise you will just eat a shot like that. You can only move your head, 2 or 3 times before someone goes boom, boom, boom and lands the 3rd shot. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now.
Zara showing some good footwork and following up with some kicks. Only to be receive one from Andrea.
There's already a bit of swelling on the eye of Zara. Both girls are really trading in the pocket here. Tell you what, she's eating these shots like nothing, but they are definitely big. I would like to see, as she's got Andrea pressed up against the cage here, I would like to see her close the distance and grab a clinch.
Andrea landing another clean right hand over the top of that shoulder. I think that seems like the money shot that Andrea is setting up at the moment. I don't see Zara making any real adjustments to try and negate that shot over the top.
And I tell you what, Andrea's looking like a female Ilia Topuria. Just sitting there with those with that nice high guard, bobbing and weaving left and right. Just 1-1-6. There we go.
Just as you called it, John. She's managing distance really well as well. Doing just enough to get out of range, but not having to adjust her feet.
Well, that was a good hook from Zara on the exit there. Like I said, she nearly had the clinch there, but I just don't think she fought hard enough for it. I'm not entirely sure what the game plan was, but I would have to think in between rounds her corner will say it's probably best to close the distance a bit. See, in a position like that, she could have grabbed a body lock, but she seems pretty happy to strike.
Yeah.
Maybe she's seeing something we're not. With that 10 seconds left of the 1st round.
And I think as the round comes to a close, we're seeing Zara get a little bit more comfortable after she's worn a few of Andrea's shots, knowing that she can take them pretty well. I think that her confidence is starting to grow.
For sure, sometimes it takes the first few, or at least the 1st round, just to warm up and realise where you are. Speaking from experience, I know that's been mine.
So here we go in the replays. We've got these. There's that low kick from Andrea. But yeah, she's just happy to inch forward, doing just enough to catch Zara on the end of those right hands, the straight right hands, well, kind of looping right hands, right?
They certainly are. They're like a.
Ooh,
it's like an over. It's like an over 2. I don't want to say that. I feel like I'm giving away special tech from our gym.
Where's our button? The sensor button.
Where's my censor Ben Johnston button?
Referee Claire Fryer bringing us into round 2. Zara Riley versus Andrea Lanon.
Both ladies looking very composed. They're both clearly very, very much in shape. Ready for a scrap.
Interesting that Zara is the one coming out on the front foot this time.
Maybe she feels that's the only way she can get the respect and get Andrea to move backwards, because otherwise if she doesn't, Andrea will just march forward and keep landing that overhand cross style rear hand from orthodox.
How much harder is it to like learn to strike off your back foot, like moving backwards, as opposed to coming forward if you are like naturally a front foot striker?
It's usually the hardest part of striking. Like if you look at someone who is used to being the bully, you watch them go backwards with someone who puts the pressure on them, it's a very foreign concept.
Yeah. I think it just seems like the adjustment that Zara's made at the moment is she's trying to come forward, and usually this is what happens, right? You end up in a scrap, both fighters standing toe to toe and end up in a clinch somewhere.
That's right, but this is better from Zara. This is probably where she wants the fight now. I'd have to imagine her corner said, press forward and initiate the grappling, because this is probably the best bet. I know she's happy to take the shots, but you don't need to. And if you can get a dominant victory by pressing someone against the cage or taking them down, you might as well do that.
Zara looking a little bit more aggressive now on the disengagement off the cage, with some good head movement there, coming forward and following up that head movement with some punches now.
I tell you what, it's turned into a bit of a back and forth wall here. These girls are going very hard. I like what I'm seeing. I think, although Zara is getting more confident on the feet, I do want to see her mix in that wrestling. Interesting that Andrea switched to southpaw for half a second there when she spent pretty much all of the last 6 minutes in orthodox. But now she goes southpaw again. They're both in southpaw. It seems like neither of them want to play with the open stance. They just want to stay closed stance, land the jab, left hook, and the rear.
It's a good little shift there from Zara, moving forward and switching stances. Oh, both girls, solid jabs on the entry there. And there you go, Zara initiating the grappling, and Andrea able to spin her around and put her back against the cage. So here we go with the grappling exchanges that you mentioned earlier, John.
It's just about what Zara can do with it. She seems like she's happy to get it, but doesn't really want to keep it or progress it to something else.
What do you want to see out of Zara when she does secure a position against the cage? Or
well, look, if the ladies don't point to the floor and knock one of the others out in the last 3 seconds here, oh, beautiful. If I was to say anything, I'd think try to initiate the body lock, get her against the cage, work for your double unders, try to shuck to her side, and then start attacking the legs, trying to feed your hooks in. Either try to go to the back or just drag her down. And once she's down, if you can keep her there and land some damage there, that's probably the best plan of action.
Yeah, so this is about as much grappling as we got against the cage, which kind of led to like a disengagement and throwing shots off that, rolling off the shoulders. But I think Zara was more happy to come forward this round, John.
Yeah, she definitely was. And it seemed like when she got into the grappling engagement, it's almost like she didn't want it. It was almost like just a habit. She'd punch, end up in it, and it would only happen a handful of times. And then she'd use it as an opportunity to frame, land one shot, and then disengage and go back to the center, which it's all good. But in a 50-50 fight, I would probably sway more towards the grappling heavy approach.
Round 3 underway. Both fighters straight back into it.
Yeah, there's no mucking around. There's no touching gloves for the last one.
I think Zara's confidence has definitely grown. She's landing a few more shots now.
Yeah, these girls have gone from having a bit of a technical. Well, it's still technical, but it's getting a bit more.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit more. Who's got bigger cojones?
And there's a shot feint from Zara. Possibly a takedown in the near future. Ooh.
Well, I wouldn't mind if she threw one of those off the back of the right hand, but when she's committed to going forward, it is hard to land kicks because you're so close. You're throwing them short.
Yeah.
When you throw them short, you're easier to counter with shots. And by shots, I mean with the hands.
Just spotted some blood coming out of Andrea's nose. So the punching, the boxing's working for Zara, it seems, when she's coming forward and sitting down on those shots.
It's a bit of a jab war here. See, I'd like to see a bit more intention behind that kick, but it is the third round, so it's probably a bit laboured at this point. But here we are. We've got an issue. See, Zara's so keen to disengage. She's got the frames in. This is good. If she can work for those double unders, which she's got, she just needs to press her hips in and start attacking those legs. She could easily feed a right hook in behind here. But she disengages, and oh my goodness, Andrea's landing some good shots here.
Some great hammer fist there from Andreas. Zara drops down for a double, but
oh, she does the right thing here. Zara's kind of giving her back here.
Now Andrea's finding some success.
And with just over
strikes to the head.
With just over a minute to work here, you'd have to think Andrea's closing out a fairly dominant win here. At least 2 rounds if she can close it out here. I would like to see Zara again bear down on that overhook. Feed that underhook in a bit higher. Instead of using it as a frame on the chin, feed it under the armpit. There we go. If she presses her here, she could tap away at the knees. Feed some up to the body.
Andrea doing a great job of constantly switching her position so that Zara's unable to lock anything down, I feel like.
For sure. And she eats one on the disengagement, but comes forward like a bat out of hell.
Both girls showing some grit and determination, and nobody taking a backward step.
No, honestly, it's quite incredible to see the amateur regional scene for female MMA lately is it's leaps and bounds ahead of where it was.
Yeah. It's a great fight. That's a great fight by Zara Riley and Andrea Lanon.
No, certainly, like, dude. Oh, honestly, that was an amazing fight.
That was a sick fight. Both girls coming forward and landing great shots, as you can see. Andrea's, like, that right hand was landing for her all day, but Zara was able to land some shots of her own, managing to open up Andrea's nose. But here's that grappling exchange where Andrea was able to get some hammer fists on the ear of Zara, which, you know, nothing like some hammer fists on the head to make her try and change her position.
That's it. It was just a little too late, I think, at this point, because honestly, you hit the third round, you're tired, you just don't have the energy to press in and finish those positions. And Zara took full advantage of that and went, you know what, I'm not going to try and start grappling this person here in these dominant positions. I'm going to find my place and start landing some damage. That's exactly what she did. And I honestly think she probably closed that out with the win.
And you definitely saw the Muay Thai experience come through with the strikes, and was just happier to actually sit down in the pocket, eat some shots, deal some damage, and if the clinching came up, then she knew how to deal with it.
100%. She looked more confident. She looked more comfortable taking shots as well, which is a very Muay Thai style thing. But on that, we throw it to Zara for our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, Andrea Lanon.
Andrea Lanon with a 30-27 unanimous decision.
Coming over here,
tonight.
Andrea, congratulations on a great performance. She was young, she was game, but tonight you were simply better. You must feel good.
I feel amazing. Feeling amazing, completely amazing. Thank you, coach. Thank you for everything. Thank you to my team and my family. Thank you so much. And I can say...
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The actions speak louder than the words. Thank you very much. Have a great evening and go and celebrate with your team. Andrea Lanon.
Andrea Lanon. I think it just goes to show that if you walk out to ACDC's Back in Black, you can't lose, right?
Oh, you're almost guaranteed the win. And if you don't get the win in here, you know you'll have some fans that'll punch on your behalf afterwards.